One. And
Ahora sí.
Hi and welcome. Welcome to Ahora Sí Show with your host, Marilyn Rodriguez. And we have a very special guest. All my guests are always special. And we have today Jonte Hall. He is known as the first shortest in the team history for the Harlem Globetrotters. Did I say that
You said
right,
that exactly right. That was a great introduction.
Jonte? How are you today?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. We running a little behind. We have a
I know.
little bit trouble. You was coming,
I know. I'm
traveling,
sorry.
so you're here. That's the most important thing that you're here with
I'm
us.
here. I'm here. I apologize, guys. I'm sorry.
So is it Jonte or
Jonte.
Jonte?
Yep.
Jonte, you also a motivational speaker, but we before we go into all what you're doing right now, I want to know, I want the audience to really get to know you, to the people who don't know you. How was your childhood? Let's go back to your child. How was Jonte as a child?
I grew up in Baltimore, Maryland. And I grew up in an environment where it was low income homes and pretty much poverty. It was tough growing up. Sin a lot at an early age. Offered drugs. Offered to see it. Sin a lot. Sin like police officers, um, uh, like drug users, just out in the corners, and it's tough seeing at an early age, seeing people get shot with a gun, and it was tough growing up, and seeing all that stuff growing up. So I had a tough childhood.
Mm-hmm. Wow. And when I'm curious about being a basketball player.
So when I received my first basketball, that was the age of 6 years old. I received my first basketball, and that's when I fell in love with basketball. That's when I got like really, really, really engaged with the sport. And I took that basketball all over the place, wherever I went. I even gave my basketball names. So
Wow.
yeah, I took it to the grocery store. I took it to my grandma's house. I took it to all my family reunions, and I just loved basketball when I first received that. And I started playing organized basketball at the age of 9. Yep, yep, yep.
Mm-hmm. So as you already know, they expect a certain height for basketball players. So you already going through challenges in your neighborhood, with the drugs and the violence, and that's tough enough for a child. But for now that you want to become this huge basketball player, you have one challenge. And what was that challenge, Jante?
Tell you the truth, my challenge was my height growing up. Being only, well, now I'm 5'2", but back then I was pretty much I was really small. And that was one of my challenges. So what I did, I had to work extra hard than a typical basketball player, than all my teammates. So when we have a practice, every day we practice, so I would stay extra hours in the
Mm-hmm.
gym to like work on stuff that I could be great at, like my shooting, my
Yes.
speed, my dribbling, because I knew I wasn't gonna grow much. My mom is 4'9", and my dad is 5'3". So growing up, I knew I wasn't gonna grow much. So that's why I had to work hard, harder than the rest of the people that was on my team.
Was you told all the time you're not gonna grow as tall, or you really say, this is just people talking, I'm gonna grow
Um,
tall? And when did that hit you that you said, okay, so
So I started feeling like that at the age of 13. That I knew I wasn't going like, okay, Jonte, you might get about
okay.
you might get 5'3" at the most. So and I didn't get 5'3". I'm only 5'2". So that's when I
Okay.
realized I wasn't gonna grow above 5'3". That was when I was like 13 years old, and I was about to enter high school. And I learned
Mm-hmm.
to deal with it, learned to accept it. My mom used to tell me like, Jonte, look, I'm short, your dad is short, so what? Don't worry about it. Still
Mm-hmm.
focus on what you want to focus on. If you want to play professional basketball,
Great.
keep striving. You're never too short to do anything you put your mind to. So that was my mom. That was my mom's side, and my dad's side. They pushed me. They pushed me at an early age to like not give up on my dreams, even though I was short.
That's it.
Yeah,
And so we already know that going into the Harlem Globetrotters is not an easy thing to go into. It's not that you just sign up. They really picked you. When did this happen? When did this momento happen in your life where you say, "Oh my God, I made it"?
yeah. So okay, fast forward a little bit. So um, I was about to give up basketball after hearing I'm too small, hearing that I need to focus on something else besides basketball. Um, it, at this time in my life, I was kind of like stuck in between. I was like borderline about to give up just basketball because I got tired of hearing stuff from my friends, stuff from my family, and I gave it one more shot, one more opportunity. So I emailed the Washington Generals. That's the Globetrotters opponents. We played them every night, every day. We played them.
Mm-hmm.
So they gave me an opportunity. Um, I played with the Washington Generals, and I did that for a year and a half. It wasn't a lot of money, but the fact is, I'm doing something I love to do: traveling and playing basketball. So, and
Yes.
then I got the call after a year and a half with the Globetrotters.
Wow.
I got the call from the Globetrotters a year and a half later, and the guy was like, "Got some bad news." I was like, "Oh man, go lay it on me," because I was so used to getting bad news. So it was like it was normal to me to get bad news. So the guy was like, "You ready for it?" I said, "Go lay it on me." He was like, "You're no longer a Washington General. You're a world famous Harlem Globetrotter." And that was like, oh my God, that was like amazing. That was like the best news I received in my life.
Now, I seen some interviews, and I seen that you mentioned that you had travel over. If I'm correct me if I'm wrong. You
Okay.
had travel over 50 something countries, or
Yep. 57.
places.
Yep. 57. 57 countries.
57.
Yep. 57 countries in all 50 states.
Wow. How was that
Amazing.
experience?
Like amazing. Like some of my best countries was Spain and Italy. Like we are so blessed as a country, the USA. There's a lot of countries that's out there that's not like,
Yes.
like financially they not like, up where we at. So it's kind
Hmm.
of humbling to go to them countries, to see
Yeah.
that.
Now let's take a look of Jonte in action here.
Okay.
I was able to, because we were running a little bit behind, but I was able to bring some of your when you was playing with the Harlem
Okay.
Trotters. Let's
Okay.
take a look at what we have here.
Let's do it. Let's be dancing. Hey. Oh man, that's me dancing right there. So that's me having a good
Now
time right there.
how do you feel when you watch those moments? Like, I mean, of course we already know who was Jonte Hall. Not too small.
Yep, yep. So my Globetrotter name was Too Tall. So that was
Oh,
my
really?
Globetrotter name. Yes, Too Tall. That was my Globetrotter name. and just to see that right there, that brings back a lot of memories. Having fun, putting on smiles on people's faces every night,
Yeah.
and I won't take that. I won't
Hmm.
I won't take that for granted for nothing. That was a blessing.
Wow. And so how do you become the, are you still the only one or the first one, the shortest
Um,
in the team
I'm the
history?
first. Yeah, I'm the first one, but they have a guy that's on the team now. He's 4'5". So
Oh,
yeah,
he took
so
your throne.
yeah, so yeah. But I'm the first one.
So compare next to him, you pretty tall.
Yeah, I'm pretty tall. Yep, yep.
Next. So at this, when you did you see him in person? Did you met him in
Yes, yes.
person?
We got a chance to meet. We got a chance to talk, and I try to give him knowledge and try to give him an
Hmm.
input on what to expect from the team and what to watch out for, the do's and don'ts. So yes, he caught me later in my career. So and I just try to give him knowledge about the team, about the organization, give him the history, and that was it. We talked. He said I was a big inspiration to him.
Wow. Okay. And you know what else? There's something that we share, Jante. I don't know if you remember last year, but we share something very in common. Do you remember this book? Let me.
Of course, I remember that book. Where mine? I got mine somewhere in here. Yes, I do remember that book. Yes, I got it. Yep, I got it. I got it somewhere.
and so and so I still have so we collaborated in this book together.
Yes,
For the people who are watching us right now, for our audience, the name of the book is Spiritual Fitness Survivor, and it's 26 author, and we became the best selling, not only the best selling, but the award winning book. So congratulations to
yes,
us.
yes. Congratulations to both of us. Yes,
Yes, yes. So your mine is chapter 13, and you are in chapter number 8, the
yep.
size of your heart.
That's true. That's
Now,
true.
can you share with me what is in your chapter? What made you write your chapter?
Um, so I feel like this is my whole brand, Jonte Not So Small. So my whole
Mhm,
brand is basically my chapter, and my chapter in the book. Just
mhm.
meaning that if you have a big heart, I feel like you could do anything you put your mind to, no matter what it is. Basketball, any sport. You could be a lawyer, you could be a doctor, you could be a nurse, firefighter. I feel like you could do anything you put your mind to, as long as your heart stands tall. You're not so small. So it's the
Yes.
size of your heart. So if you feel like, if you believe in your heart, what your heart tell you to do, and listen to it, I think you can do anything you put your mind to. So that's why I wanted to that's what I wanted to stress. If your heart is big, the size of your heart,
Yes.
because yes, that's why I try to emphasize that, because that matters. That matters. It's the size of your heart.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah,
So we wanna say thank you for the people who are connected right now. They
yes,
they
yes.
have some comments. So I don't know, Rafi, are you asking if the book is free? Guess what? If you share this right now in your page, we'll send you a book. It's gonna take some
Absolutely,
time, but I will send you a book, and we'll try to see if you could both autograph the book for you. Are you down with that, Jante?
absolutely. Yes, of course. Anything for the viewers. Anything.
And we want to encourage also our viewers to share in their page and to have the children come onto the page and watch this show, because it's very inspiring, and from a young man who became so many obstacles, such as in the neighborhood, violence, drugs, and then being the shortest playing basketball, where they expect a tall person. I'm gonna tell you, I'm not. I'm short. I'm a shorty myself.
Mhm.
I'm only 5'3". So we
Okay, you
right
got me by
there.
inch. You got
Yeah,
me
I
by
got
inch.
I got you by inch. That day we were taking a picture together, Jonte. I have about four
Yep, yep,
inches on my heels.
yep.
So Kendra is saying hi. Let me see what else
Hey,
they
Kendra.
asking here. Oh, I'm
Uh,
sorry to hear that. I'm sorry. It is some tough times, Rafi. That is for sure.
let's let's
Um,
let, let's try to get Ralphie a book.
that's right. That's
Yeah.
right. And let's see who else is here. But you don't.
Hey,
What
Lois,
what
how you doing?
but what was Louis? What you done? What is your question or your? I don't understand your remarks or
Mhm.
your comments. So, oh, but I'm not sure. Oh yeah, of course I'm not sure, right? We
Mhm.
we we have this big heart, so
Yeah, you
absolutely
got
we're
a
not
big heart,
sure.
Lois. Yep. Mhm.
So you gotta stay, you gotta stay focused. You gotta stay in peace, right?
Yep. There you
So
go.
you when I was asking you when when you got into the Harlem Trotters,
Mhm.
Globetrotters, you say fast forward. Did anything happen in that time in your childhood?
Uh,
Did anything impact and happen in your life?
a lot happened before then. You know, growing up in a dangerous neighborhood. I feel like when you growing up in them type of environments, it's like and your friends, you have friends and stuff like that. That's with you. I feel
Mhm.
like you could go either way. You could go left, or you go right, or you go
Mhm.
straight. So straight, what I mean by straight, my definition of going straight is nothing can get in your way. And then
Right.
I feel like you go left. Left is the bad way.
Mhm.
So left is off track. So I feel like you go right. I feel like you still have one leg on the bad and one leg going straight. So
Okay.
I kept straight. I kept straight no matter what it was. Having friends that's like the peer pressure, telling me, so drugs, telling me to do it.
Mhm.
And I didn't went through that all through my 20s, my teens, my 20s, and just pretty much just having that in my atmosphere and just saying no, saying no.
Wow.
I want to be great. I want to play basketball, and I'm gonna do what I can to, do what I have to do to do it, to stay positive, no matter what I saw in my environment. I
Mhm.
wanted to play basketball, and that's what I went through every day of my life. Yep.
Now for the audience, right? Because it's so tough at times, especially in the neighborhoods where there's a lot of violence, a lot of drugs, and they say they'll tell me when I go into the neighborhood. I was raised in a neighborhood myself. There was some violence and some drugs, and how do you stay focused, because some kids might say, oh, that's easy for him to say, but I get a lot of pressure from my friends. What is
Yeah.
a good way to avoid those friends and still be friends, because you don't want to be their enemies either? What
That's
is a
true.
good way to avoid that?
Just pretty much, again, it's easy said and done. I already know. I know it's not easy.
Right.
Um, just knowing who you are, just knowing. And I know a lot of kids suffer with anxiety, stress, and all that stuff. And I'm not saying it was easy.
Hmm.
It was hard. I had
Yeah.
times where I wanted like to give in what I saw, but
Hmm.
just knowing who you are mentally, physically, emotionally, and I think that plays a major role in your life and knowing what you want to do in life.
were
So
your were your parents involved in your growing up, as in your childhood?
yes, yes, and again, I know a lot of kids don't have parents. They probably
Hmm.
lost them. Probably passed away and stuff like that. And I know it's tough. A lot of kids don't know who to count on. But I feel like okay, you have your teachers. If you
Hmm.
don't have parents, you don't have grandparents. It's like the teachers you could count on. Um, Close friends, their
Yes.
parents, but I had my parents growing up. Thank God, I had my parents growing up, so it was a big part of my life, and it kept me focused on what I wanted to do.
Very important. So what
Yes.
what is Jonte doing now? Because I see that you are former. That means you retired.
I don't want to.
You're so young, Jonte.
I know. I'm still young, and I still can play. I still can play. I didn't
Okay.
retire. I didn't retire. I just stepped away. I just thought it was time because
Hmm.
we see what's going on. Kids are getting bullied. Kids are losing their lives through bullying and all the social media crap. And for the past 2 years with the Globetrotters, I felt like, okay, Jonte, you accomplished everything you want to accomplish. You made history for your height. 57
Mhm.
countries, all 50 states. And I felt like it was nothing else to prove. So it was like, okay, Jonte, the kids need you. The kids need a
Mhm.
positive influence. Somebody that's, not that tall, somebody at your stature. Um,
Mhm.
and that was my key to like step down. So I didn't retire. I just stepped down. I just stepped away from it. And I felt like the time was right. And I feel good about my decision. I don't regret it. And just trying to inspire the kids and have a big impact on their lives.
And you have been visiting the schools lately.
Yes, yes, I have.
Uh,
So right now, I have a management company. Um, the guy name is Eric Gaines.
mhm.
He's been my manager since December. I want to say December last year. Imaj
Okay.
LLC. The company's called Imaj LLC, and
Uh-huh.
he's been putting me in the right situations as far as these schools to get into to these schools to talk to them, talk to the kids, and I've been traveling. I've been traveling to New York, upstate New York, Virginia, North Carolina, Philadelphia. Yep, there we go. We got a clip right here. Yep.
Yeah,
So that
I
was
want
in Baltimore, actually.
yeah, I'm gonna show let's see what you do with the kids when you are in this
Yes.
when you go visit the school. This is all I'm gonna show this because it just the teacher was so amazing with the kids, and this
Yes.
is the impact that an adult can do to the kids. Let's check it out. Let's see.
Let's do it. This is actually in Baltimore.
Listen to me. I don't know how to do it, but you think if I try, I can do it. Yeah. I never did this before. Come on, it's like not from the Simmons. You can do it. You can do it. It's like man. I did it! Yeah! Thank you! Oh! Yeah! Come on, Sam! Come on, get her!
And this is the impact that the kids can do, that a person can do in a kid's life. And so what goes through your mind when you watch these videos? We lost you there for a second, but
Yes. Yes.
what goes through your mind when you see those happy faces?
It's amazing. Like just to, because I'm big on picking up energy from anybody, and all the positive energy that I've received from these kids. It's amazing. Like when I was up in upstate New York, I went to a specific school,
Hmm.
and this one kid told his teacher, but he waited until after my presentation and
Uh-huh.
told the teacher that the little kid wanted to play baseball, but he gave up baseball. And then when he saw me doing my presentation, then he wanted to do baseball again. So just that
Wow.
that impact right there is like it's amazing. And I just don't focus on basketball. I focus on everything in life, and I feel like kids can do anything they put their mind to. So
Well,
the impact, the smiles, is amazing.
thank you for making that impact in this youth in the future, because they are our future. And talking about our future, I want to ask you, what are your I want you to share your thoughts about what's happening right now in the nation with all these riots, because we already know.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about that, the riots? And I'm not against protesting. I think protesting is good, and
Yeah.
if you do it in a right way, and you can come to um an agreement so things can get better, and not worse. I think it's wonderful. Things needs to happen. This kind
Yeah,
of thing sometimes
absolutely.
needs to happen to make changes. But share your thoughts about what's going on right now in the nation with the violence.
Um, I just think, I mean, well, I know it's been going on for years.
Yes.
Before I was born, in the '60s and before that, I just think right now, African Americans are really just fed up with how they get the short end of the stick. Like growing
Hmm.
up and um, not being able to have the same opportunities as other people. And
Hmm.
I feel like right now I mean, we're just tired,
Yes.
and that's a touchy subject,
Yes.
and
Yes.
it
It
is, it
can
is,
be.
it is, it
It
is, and
can
you know
be
what?
because
Yeah, it can
people
be.
are frustrated, and
Yeah,
sometimes frustration can
yeah,
displace this type of behavior.
yeah,
I'm not saying that in some cases, and I'm talking about the violence part. I'm
yeah.
I'm
The
okay
violence
with
part,
the
yes, the violence part.
I'm okay with protesting. Protesting is
Yeah,
wonderful because they
yeah,
need to know that, listen, we have a problem here. It needs to be
yeah,
resolved. We cannot
yeah.
continue to live this way.
That's
This
true.
is not 100 years ago or
Yeah,
60 years ago. This is the future, and this is the future for our kids.
yeah.
What is gonna happen? How are we gonna change this? And so I think the protest sometimes is
Yes,
necessary.
yeah, I think
I'm not
so. Yeah,
against the
I'm not
protesting.
against that. I'm just against like the only thing I'm against is like just tearing down your like your neighborhood, like
Yes.
like businesses, black owned businesses, or anything, just burning down stuff like that. I'm against that, but
Yeah.
I'm not against the you know the stuff to go like um what.
The demonstrations.
Yes, 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 yes. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
protest. I'm not against the protest,
Right.
and I think a change need to come. I think
Yes.
a change need
Yes.
to come because we need to be treated equally as every race.
That is correct. And I
Yes.
totally agree 100%. I just hope that, or the people who are in charge of this nation take a step back and reform everything, starting from the police department
Yeah.
to the way of politics,
I agree.
everything.
Yeah.
This will be a better world,
Yeah.
very world. And now we have some comments here. I want people to prepare the questions. This is the time for question for Jonte. So Fernando have already a question, and this is the question that he has for you. Fernando say, "Hey Jonte, do you know basketball handler Tanya Crivier? She visits a school and the prisons with good message like you. Do you happen to know her?"
No, no, Fernando. I would love to meet her, but I never met her. She seemed like she's awesome, and seemed like she's doing great things, visiting schools and prisons. I would love to get to know her. So if you know her like that, man, set it up. That'd be awesome. She seemed like she's doing some good deeds.
Yes, yes. Let's see what else. Protest is not good. Protest is good, not the vandalism. We agree on that. Yes.
I agree, Fernando. I agree, 1,000%. Yes,
Protest is good. All right. So we have Carlos Phoenix, and he's saying the changes must start with education and changing how taxes get handled with real estate for education, re-empower the school for equal access to funds.
I agree,
Absolutely.
Carlos. I agree. I
A
agree.
hundred, 100%. So
Yep.
we have a lot of people who are engaging right now, and
I'm
if you
loving.
have
I'm
your
loving it,
questions,
guys.
yeah, if you have any questions for our guests, please, you're welcome to note your comments here in the comment section, and please share this page if you have children,
Absolutely.
youth, because you are about empowering, um, being motivation for children,
Hmm.
especially in the schools. So we here, I if you see our screen, we saying that to follow you on social
Hmm.
media as Jonte, not too small. Is that correct, Jonte?
Yes, Jonte. That's my Instagram and Twitter. Jonte, not so small. Facebook is just Jonte Hall, and Yeah, I'm on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. So Instagram, Jonte Not So Small. Twitter, Jonte Not So Small. And Facebook, Jonte Hall.
That is wonderful. And I'm hoping that you write in your next book again for the people who missed the beginning of our interview. Here's our
Yeah.
book. We collaborated in this book together.
And it's
Uh,
awesome too.
it was such a great experience.
Yes,
26 wonderful people who had wonderful stories, and we all share it in one book. How's that?
absolutely.
Any other thoughts you would like to share with us, Jante?
Yes, yes, absolutely. So, to all the listeners out there that's connected with us on this interview, I just want to tell you guys. I'm sorry about that. I lost you guys. I'm sorry. Okay, to everybody that's watching, I just want to tell you guys to never give up on your dreams. Always stay focused. We all go through pit stops in life. I feel like we might be in a situation where we are not happy at. We feel like we got too much knowledge, too much. I'm sorry guys. My phone is acting crazy right now. I'm sorry.
It's
Sorry guys.
okay.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
I feel
you're
like
still with us.
I'm sorry. Can you hear me?
Yes, we hear you.
Okay. So I feel like you know, um, we might be at a pit stop. I call it pit stops. We all
Right.
go through pit stops in life where um, we get tested by the universe, by God, or whatever you believe in. I think we get tested by our faith
Yes.
on we might be like I said, we might be in a situation where we're not happy at, and we get tested on
Hmm.
things that to appreciate what's in front of us. So that God can feel like the universe can feel like we're ready for our ultimate goal. And that's goal like, for me, as far as being a speaker, been a professional basketball player. So I'm stuck at this 9 to 5, but I know that this is not where I want to be at.
Hmm.
But we all get tested by the universe and we gotta appreciate that. We gotta appreciate that until we get there.
That's
So I like to
right.
call them pit stops. So we all go through pit stops in life.
So John said we have with us someone very special to me. Her name is Yvonne Enid Hanks, and she's the
I
founder
can't hear you.
of.
I don't know why I
Are
can't
you
hear you.
able to hear me?
Is
No.
your
Oh,
microphone out?
yeah. My. Let's see. Let me try
Let me
it.
see.
Can you hear me now? Are you able to hear
I
me
still can't
now?
hear you. Okay,
Oh.
there we go. There we go. Yes,
Now?
there we go.
Okay. All right. So I
Yes, I
was
can hear you.
saying that with us, we have a very special friend of mine. She actually was participating in Univision and two exclusive interview. I believe it was yesterday, and her name is Yvonne Enid Hanks. She's the founder of Health is You, and she's also a very connected person as far as being present, um, bringing things to existence by manifesting. So she was sharing her expertise about what's happening, why people are angry and they're just
Yeah,
simply tired, and how can we come to a center of peace and understanding so we could get things moving for the better, if that's the way,
yeah,
that's the way it should be.
yeah. That's the way it's supposed to be. I mean, I think everybody, every skin color should be getting treated equally.
Yes.
Not one race is getting treated with the short end of the stick. So
All right.
I think if we get treated equally, I think everything will change.
Yes, this is a nation for all,
Exactly,
and I
exactly,
think it will be so boring if we just had one specific race, and this is what
exactly,
make it so beautiful in United States, where we able to share all races, and we should all come in in a state of peace to everyone,
exactly,
and equality, and equality.
exactly. Yeah,
All
yep.
right, let's
I
see
agree.
what Anita is saying. Oh, oh, I guess it's Jonte Hall. I guess you missed the beginning, Yvonne.
Yep.
So-
Jonte Hall, Ivana, former Harlem Globetrotter, first shortest in team history. Yeah, human rights is the key. Yes, I
That's
agree.
right.
Exactly. Yes, we all should
That's
get treated equally. Yes.
Jonte, I heard, I heard through the grapevine that you also have a baby.
Yes, I do have a baby. His name is Jameer, and he's
Jameer.
yes, Jameer Jonte Adius Hall. Yes. Yes.
And and of
Hmm?
course, you want your children to do great things. Will you encourage your kid to also become a basketball player?
You know what? I'm not gonna force basketball on my son.
Okay.
I'm gonna give him an opportunity to play any sport he want to play, and I'm gonna support him whatever he want to do.
That's the way. That's the
Yeah.
way. So, but I know you take him with the to the basketball court or not
Of
yet. He's
course,
too
of
young.
course, of course. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming.
I'm sure you cannot wait to teach him
Yes.
all
Oh, I
your
can't wait.
tricks.
I can't wait. Yes, I can't wait. I can't
uh,
wait.
it has been so wonderful to have you on my show,
Thanks for having me. And I'm sorry for the
Jonte.
technical difficulties earlier. I'm sorry.
Oh, we are very grateful for your time. I know
Yes.
you're a very busy person, and I know starting back with hopefully we get the kids back in school and
Yes,
you
I can't
can
wait.
go and visit them.
I cannot wait. Yes, I cannot wait. Yes.
So, John 10, one more time, please share all your social media. I know you, and for the social media, you said it was John 10, not so small.
Yeah, Jonte Not So Small, Instagram, Facebook, Jonte Hall, Twitter, Jonte Not So Small.
If they want to get in contact with you.
Yes, and also guys, I want y'all to remember this quote: as long as your heart stands tall, you're not so small.
That's right. All right.
Yes.
Yvonne says that I went to see the movie Quantum Hoops and I got to meet the players afterwards. It was surreal, the coolest experiences. Hey,
That's
you can
awesome.
meet John Tan now.
Yeah, you can meet Jonte. Jonte, yep. Yeah, follow
All
me.
right.
Follow me.
Yes, yes. Hey, Louis, I would like to know what was your message. We didn't understand your message. There was a little delay on your message. Yes, congratulations, Kendra. Is
Thank
saying
you.
thank you so much for being
Thank you.
connected. Please share this interview, share it, and
Yes.
share it on all your social media. Now, coming up in the next shows, I'm gonna be giving out some money. Yes, we're gonna give out some money.
Oh,
So
that's
please start
awesome.
sharing. We'll need the money. All right, thank you for sharing. Let's see what he said. Okay, they're having a side conversation.
Okay. Okay. I see. I see. Okay. That's awesome.
All right. Okay, my people, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Jante.
Thanks for
It's
having me. I
been
appreciate that.
it's been a pleasure to have you, and
Thank you.
I hope to see you again. And what would be your next book name?
You know what? I'm thinking about making a children's book.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm
so
thinking about
what
making
will
a
be the
children's book.
shortest book?
Um, I think I want to call it the story of little Johnny, or the heart of little Johnny.
Oh, okay. So who's
Yep.
Johnny?
Well, Johnny's my nickname. So
Oh,
yeah, so I'm gonna get like it. So it's gonna be like cartoon characters in a book, and I'm get a little kid, little Johnny gonna be the my character, and it's gonna go through like different parts of life, what I went through, not
hmm
giving up, being always told you too small, stuff like
yeah.
that. So yes,
So
I'm thinking
listen,
about that.
if you need an artist, and I'm just throwing this out there because I'm that kind of person. I like to connect
Okay,
people, and he probably gonna kill me for this. But Carlos, if you're still connected there, Carlos is very talented. He
awesome.
also has his own show.
Okay,
And he has worked in comic books with
oh,
the big
awesome,
company
Carlos.
Social Marvel, So if you follow all
Yeah,
the I'm not a comic book person, but if you need an artist, there you have it.
awesome, Carlos. Okay, yeah, definitely probably need an artist. Yeah, definitely.
Thank you.
And
Every
look,
time we
and
uh-huh.
this is my logo. This is my logo.
Oh,
So
hold
yeah,
on, hold on. Let me
yeah.
okay, there you
So,
go.
so that's my logo. This is my brand. It's a self description of me as a kid.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's the
So it's a
cutest thing.
thank you. That's it.
Oh.
So the brief description. So it's a shadow coming from my heart. That means it's a big person, all of us. The backpack on my back, that means we need knowledge in everyday life. Knowledge is the key. And I'm spinning the basketball. Basketball's my gift. And
Oh,
the
that
not
is,
so small, I told you what the not so small mean. It doesn't really target the height. It target everybody. You know, you might be, you know, might say you don't have enough education to be a podcaster or a lawyer or and so I'm not targeting just height.
yes,
So you're
yes.
never too small to do anything.
Let's share some of the let me see if this will let me share this time. Okay, let's see if we
I
can
like that
share
Johnny
again.
Jonte. That dude.
This is one of my
There we
favorite
go.
parts. Let's share again
Oh, look at the face.
for our
Yep, let's
viewers.
do it. Actually, I got on my logo right there. My brand.
I don't think I can do that.
Yes,
I don't
you
think
can.
Listen to me. I don't know how to do it, but you think if I try, I could do it?
Yeah.
I never did it.
Look at the kid.
Uh-huh.
You can do it.
You can do it.
It's like, man.
So cute.
Yeah. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Oh.
I love it. I love it. That's awesome. I love it.
And those things, that's priceless to see the kids.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, absolutely.
Well,
Awesome.
let's
That,
see. Let's see.
there
All
we go.
right. All right. Here we go. Jonte, it's been real. Thank you so much for,
Thanks
again,
for
I've
having
been
me.
trying to leave, but our people doesn't leave us with the
That's all good.
comments. So we have to go. Thank you again. I love you forever, my brother.
I
I
love you
hope
too.
things get better for everyone. Thank you,
Thank
everyone, for being connected with us. And remember that you could follow us on all our social media. You could follow me on YouTube throughout SC. You can see it right here, our SC show. There's a YouTube channel. And this interview is gonna be on our Philly Cam throughout SC show every Monday at 6 o'clock p.m. in Philadelphia. Channels Verizon 29 and 30 and Comcast 966 and 66 high definition. Thank you so much. And I'll leave you with this.